Welcome, Mr. Handicapper. Let's take a look at race number 14 at Gulfstream on Saturday. It's a great day for racing at Gulfstream. Take a look at the Fountain of Youth Stakes. It's a grade 2. It's a mile and 16 with a purse of $400,000. It is a Kentucky Derby prep with 50 points going to the winner. It features Breeders' Cup Juvenile winner, Forte. Let's take a look at the field. Look at the one horse, General Jim, at 6-1. Broke his maiden on turf. Ran in the Mucho Macho Man where he finished fourth. He had a tough trip in that race. Next time out in the Swale, he won that race by a length. Put up a really nice speed figure winning the grade 3 Swale Stakes. This horse is well bred. He's side by Into Mischief. He has Carlin on the dam side. I'm not worried about him getting this mile and 16th distance, because he's gotten it twice already. He'll be ridden by Luis Saez, who's won this race twice. His trainer, Shug McGahee, has won this race 3 times. I will use General Jim on my tickets. Take a look at the 2-horse, Legacy Isle. Odds of 20-1. Might be faultily placed in this race. He won his first 2 races and then got disqualified in Mucho Macho Man just for second. He was fourth last time out in the Holy Bull. Gotta wonder if he can get the distance. Getting 20-1 on the 2-horse, Legacy Isle. Take a look at the 3-horse, Shadow Dragon, written by Jose Ortiz. Jose Ortiz has ridden in this race 5 times, and he's never finished out of the money. He's got 2 wins, 2 seconds, and a third. Shadow Dragon broke his maiden against New York Breds in his debut. Last time out, he was a closing second in the Holy Bull at 34-1. Trained by Bill Mott. He's going to need some pace to set up his rally, getting 12-1 on the 3-horse, Shadow Dragon. Then there's your 2-year-old champion, your morning line favorite at 7-5, Forte. He's won 4 of 5 races. He is a 3-time grade 1 winner. He's put up some nice speed figures, and he is the horse to beat in this race. Irad Ortiz is back aboard. His trainer Todd Pletcher has won this race 3 times. He's going to be tough to beat. He's only getting 7-5. He might be a little bit lower than that. He's coming in off a 4-month layoff. Getting 7-5 on the favorite Forte. I will use Forte on my tickets. Take a look at the 5-horse, a long shot at 30-1. Il Miracalo. Think his owners are just being rather ambitious in this spot. He just doesn't have the class, and he definitely doesn't have the speed figures to compete with these. You're getting 30-1 on the 5-horse, Il Miracalo. Take a look at the 6, Blazing Sevens. Chad Brown is sending him to take on Forte again. He's raced against Forte twice. And, well, he didn't do too well against Forte. Blazing Sevens broke his maiden in his debut, Saratoga, an impressive 6 1/4. A couple races after that, he won the Grade 1 Champagne Stakes. Finished 4th last time out, Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Coming in off a 4-month layoff, just like Forte. Chad Brown is good at bringing him off a layoff, so. Getting Joel Rosario. Joel Rosario, he's kind of been in a funk lately. Hasn't been the same Joel Rosario. I'm not sure Not sure what's going on with Joel. Getting 7-2 on the 6 horse, Blazing Sevens. Take a look at the 7. Madge at 8-1. Your most likely pace setter in this race. And I think Madge is the most interesting horse in this field. Look at what he did in his debut at Gulfstream. Winning by 3 3/4. Look at that nice speed figure he posted. That was an impressive debut. I do have one question about Madge. And yes, it is tough to go from a maiden to a grade 2. I got one question about him, and it's not the distance. I think he can get the distance. I think he's bred for the distance. So one question I have about Madge is this daggone L right here. See that? Madge raced on Lasix. He's not going to get Lasix in this race. This is a Derby prep. You don't get Lasix in these. How will Madge do without Lasix? I've seen several of these young horses in maiden races and allowance races get Lasix, and they post their best speed figures. And then they run in one of these graded stakes Derby prep races, and they don't look like the same horse. I'm not saying that's going to happen to Madge. Who knows? Maybe Madge may go to the lead and tell them to come catch me and not look back. But that is the big question that I have. How will this horse race without Lasix? And how much of an influence did Lasix have on his last race? Getting 8-1 on the 7 horse Madge. He will be forwardly placed. He is bred for the distance. I'll use him in my exotics. Take a look at the 8 horse Rocket Can. Winner, the grade 3 Holy Bull last time out. It was about 5-2 in that race. Getting 8-1 on him in this one. Getting Alvarado and Mott back again. He is sired by Into Mischief. Race before the Holy Bull, he finished 2nd, losing the confidence game. Confidence game last week won the Rebel Stakes at Oaklawn. Getting 8-1 on Rocket Can. I will use Rocket Can at 8-1 on my tickets. Take a look at the 9 horse. Cyclone Mischief. Broke his maiden at Keeneland in the 2nd try. Then 2 races after that, won an allowance race at Gulfstream by 5 3/4, posting by far his fastest speed figure. And there goes that L again. He did that with Lasix. Next time out, he ran in the Holy Bull. He was the favorite in that race, and he just didn't run at all. I'm not sure what happened to Cyclone Mischief. He just didn't show up. Maybe he can bounce back in this one. You are getting 12-1 on him. 12-1 on the 9 horse, Cyclone Mischief. And to round out your field, it's the 10 horse, Dangerous Ride at 30-1. He won last time out, going from gate to wire at Gulfstream. But he's going to need much better speed figures to compete with these. Getting 30-1 on the 10 horse Dangerous Ride. So these are the horses that I'm going to use on my tickets. I'm using Forte. I'm using General Jim. I'm using Madge. And Rocket Can. And I didn't mention Blazing Sevens, but I'm not going to overlook Blazing Sevens completely. I'll use him on my tickets. The horse I'm going to pick to win, well, Forte is by far the horse to beat. And if that layoff doesn't bother him, if he doesn't need a race back, he may just run circles around this field. But I wish he kind of had a race before this one. So I'm going to try to beat Forte. Horse I'm going to pick to win, I'm picking the one horse, General Jim, at 6-1. Now, in multi-race wagers, I'll include Forte in those. I'm not going to leave him out of my multis. But I'm going with General Jim to win the Grade 2 Fountain of Youth Stakes. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Let me know who you're picking. Good luck.